my great pleasure to introduce you to our third program in the installment of High Performance Learning. This is a program we're following with all of our pupils, from the very youngest, aged 4, to the very oldest, aged 18. And it's based on the thinking behind helping most pupils to achieve a very high standard of output. Professor Deborah Eyre from Britain has researched this over the last 20 years and produced some excellent thinking for teaching and learning that we can help our children with. This is her book, which is based in the library. Today I'm going to talk to you about agility, which is about being enquiring, creative and enterprising, open-minded and risk-taking. This is about being agile, intellectually agile. And we might start with very small weights, where we build up our intellectual capacity at first, and then we move up to the much bigger weights at the bottom and practice our more serious intellectual skills and capacity, developing them to a higher order. So here we are at the pool. High performance learning in the classroom is a little like being in the gym or in the pool. We might start at the shallow end and we do our learning strokes and we begin to swim, and by the end we're at the deep end, we're able to jump in and we can cope with all sorts of ideas. Just think about Michael Phelps. Once upon a time he couldn't swim at all, but he had ambition, he had reach, he had a dream, and he worked with his trainer. This is like high performance learning, and he aspired to and reached the US Olympic team. So the first thing in being agile, intellectually agile, is thinking about being enquiring. And that means we are ready to learn, we are curious, we are proactive, a bit like these diving blocks. We're ready to dive into a new lesson of mathematics, Russian, geography, or whatever our subject is. And we expect and encourage all of our pupils to be those things, to be proactive and inquiring during all of their lessons. So the second item in being agile is being creative and enterprising. Just like the exercises on this sheet, where an athlete might do different types of warm-up to warm up different muscles. So in the classroom, we have to warm up our mind in different ways and be intellectually agile. When we teach our youngest swimmers, we use different things. We use floats and rings. Then we might move on to fun floats or more serious floats, and then eventually on to different strokes of swimming. This is exactly the same in the classroom when we're building up our English skills or our mathematics skills or our chemistry skills, starting with young, fun concepts and building up to much more serious university-style concepts, done over a period of time, but being all the time creative and enterprising. So the third thing in being agile is being open-minded, which means receptive to new thoughts, ideas, not being closed in the way we see the world, looking at different theories and evidence, and being willing to shift our mind. And all the time we've got our different clock moving on how we're learning. We only have so long to learn. So it's important as learners that we're open-minded and always moving forward. So our fourth characteristic of being intellectually agile with high-performance learning is about risk-taking. This is not physical risk-taking, but it's intellectual risk-taking. It's being able to play with new ideas, look at new concepts, and be able to challenge yourself. A bit like the swimmers behind me challenged themselves. Once they were young elementary learning swimmers, and now they're setting records. Over time they practiced, and now they're achieving the top level performance. So in summary, all of our learners can become high performance learners, whichever level they start from. We've got excellent teachers, trained to the best standards. We've got world-class facilities, as you can see from behind me, and we've got learners who want to learn. All of those learners have to be intellectually agile. They have to have an inquiring mind. They have to have open-mindedness, creativity and enterprise, and they have to be intellectual risk-takers. If they're able to do these things, they will move forward in their learning and they will be able to target the world's very best universities. Please come on this journey with us. There'll be more notes on high-performance learning in English and Russian for all families to read, and we hope that you will enjoy more of these podcasts later.